Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
assholeconsulting.com. I got slammed today.
I even did videos over the weekend, and now people are just
Pain. Which means I gotta work. Oh, not the W word, work. Hello, Aaron. I would like a video request, so please keep me anonymous. I'm currently a senior in high school, so having trouble deciding my next steps in life. For reference, my family are from the Ukraine. Thanks for calling the Ukraine. That's why I always thought it's not Ukraine. People just say, over in Ukraine. I'm like, isn't it the Ukraine? And I'm like, oh no, that's from the olden days, you racist. It's like, no, I think it's still the Ukraine. Because I am the Aaron Cleary, and I use the Googles and the Facebooks. My parents are divorced, so I just became a U.S. citizen alongside my mom while my dad is in the Ukraine. I plan on going to university. Unlike my peers, student debt will not be an issue since my mom's company pay up to 80% of my tuition, both in and out of state, while she insists she will pay the other 20%. However, the catch is that I will have to enroll in university within the next couple of months, since she is threatening to cut me off, and she is not sure if she can keep her current position at the company for the next few years. The problem is that I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Let's stop here. This is an important point where we can pass on a lesson to everyone. The number one mistake that your old Capmeister did himself, but all of you kids who decide you're going to go to school, is you do not spend anywhere near the time that is necessary to fully research, investigate, and vet out different types of career paths. I naively and stupidly let my economics teacher in high school, who was great, by the way, great, it's why I went into economics and finance, I let that experience send me down a path that I would not fully recover from until almost 20 years later, 18 years later, when I was, 19, because I took it when I was a junior in high school. And I did not finally get out of finance and banking until I was 36. That is 2 decades wasted. This is why I have no problem. I'm supremely confident in the value of what Asshole Consulting delivers. Now, instead of wasting 20 years of your life, I think I'm going to do, I liked it in school. You guys need to spend at least weeks, if not months, starting your junior year in high school, researching and evaluating different career paths. So you go on the Googles, we didn't have this, but you go on the Googles and you search them, their interwebs. What's it like to be a geologist, accountant, da-da-da. Go to Matt Tran's channel, Engineered Truth. He interviews people who are a chemical engineer, a cop, a lawyer. Find out what it's really like. And then say, do I want to do that? Now, we didn't have the internets when I was a young kid, where the United States was just forming, we were fighting the British, and Wisconsin was just a territory. And I had an Indian friend named Bob. Had I gone and researched and found what bankers do, no way, wouldn't have done it. But I like economics, and economics is fine, and I'll go into banking because that's what I like to do. And my parents told me I should do whatever I like because I'm smart enough to do anything. Nope. Because you will at least waste your time. Oh my God, I got a buddy. Daughter went into school for education. I want to be a teacher. I want to help the children. I like to tell you so much. Private school. $220,000 later, she does her student teaching, says, I don't like this. And she didn't pay for it. Of course, the dad and the taxpayers and student loans paid for it. Now she's going to go, I want to be a flight attendant. Nothing wrong with flight attendants. They actually produce something of value, unlike most teachers. But a house. She wasted enough resources to buy a house to simply piss away her time in school. I'm trying to get you guys to spend a week, ideally a month, evaluating different career options, different paths, different professions, so you don't waste the 2 decades I did, and all my own money, by the way, paying myself through college. Or like that horrible daughter pissed away nearly $250,000 on a degree she wasn't going to use. It is worth your time. It's not, I think it's worth your time. It's not, I really suggest you do this. No, you are going to save lots of time and money, spending lots of time up front while you're still in high school, figuring out what you should and should not be doing, what you do and do not like. Not whether you like studying it. Studying it and doing it are two completely separate things. What is it? Engineering is a perfect example. It's gotta suck studying calculus and all that, but in the end you're designing engines and rockets and cars. Well, the practical application is completely different than the studying. So you need to, after we're done with this video, because I can't give you an answer, I could give you a recommendation, I can't give you an answer. You're going to spend lots of time now doing research and finding out what is it like to do this? What is it like to be that? What is required to go and get this? So that when you decide, because you think, well, I don't want to do that. That's 2 weeks of work. Yeah, well, what do you think college is? 4 weeks of goofing off and having fun? That's work. Unless you're a liberal arts major, then it's just, yay, party. I'm so intelligent because I have critical thinking skills, because I care about the children. I'm getting a master's in caring about the children, and you're a racist sexist for not doing the same. I are so smart because I have a 4.0 in English literature, sculpture, lesbian studies. Just so much smarter than you, Mr. Physics major. Big deal. You launched a rocket. Oh, you polluted the environment. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Closed fist hurts a lot more. All right. No violence. Okay. Ideally, I would take 2 years to travel, go to community college, and work as you outlined in reconnaissance, man. There you go. But this is not an option for me. Unfortunately, I cannot enlist in the military due to a genetic disease. As such, I'm planning on attending college in either Colorado, Texas, or Utah, since I love anything outdoors and can't stand my whiny liberal peers that populate my current state of Illinois. Dude, you go to college, there's going to be liberals there no matter what. You could go to Dallas, Texas, there's going to be liberals there. Because liberal people don't stay in the real world. They don't live in the real world. They stay in academia. You're just going to have, no matter where you go. So it doesn't matter. Now, the culture outside of academia, yes, Texas, Utah, Colorado, depends where you are. Like if you went to Boulder, it would be probably more, if anything, there might be a conservative group on the college campus, and then the town is all like, oh my God, we're just like San Francisco except better, so we tell ourselves. So I would say, you want to be outdoors, Colorado or Utah, one of those two. Texas is all right. There's nothing wrong with Texas, don't get me wrong, but it's nowhere near as fun as the outdoor activity. Dude, Denver would be the best. Colorado Springs would be the best. That corridor along 25. Be prepared for traffic. If you're okay with a little bit of weird Mormon kind of stuff going on, Salt Lake City is fine. I wish Moab had a university. That'd be a wonderful town to live in. But Colorado and Utah, that's where I would be going. Because as much as I know the primary importance should be your education, dude, you're not going to have more fun than living in Denver. You're not going to have more fun than living in Salt Lake City. There's so much mountains and stuff and hiking and doing, oh my God, it's wonderful in those areas. Utah would be more conservative than Colorado. Unless you went to like Grand Junction, Colorado on the other side. But I don't know if they have a program that you're looking for. I love working on cars, doing home repairs, renovations, or just being outdoors. I have to have a small side income from reselling on eBay. Originally, I was going to intern as a CNC machinist with a local company this summer, but I realized that it is not possible since I'll have to move to attend university. Just so you have some background, I tested my IQ to be around 110. Are you sure? Did you try? You sound very more intelligent than that with the way you write. I have a very reliable car and roughly $6,000 saved up since my mom pays for almost all expenses. I am a workaholic. Academics are above average with a 3.75 GPA and a 1.250 on the SAT. Because of my experience and interest, I narrowed my major to 3 choices: accounting, civil engineering, construction management. Ultimately, I would like to open up a business and be completely independent. Nope, you're going to wait. That's 10 years out. That is 10 years out. And you don't even know what type of business you're going to... We don't start with entrepreneurship. You go out into the real world, you learn some shit, you get a skill or a trade, you figure out where there's an unmet demand in the market, then you build a business. But this dude, I majored in entrepreneurship. Dude, look, I want to go into business. Can you imagine me as a tyrant? Are you gonna shoot the leftist? No, we're starting with dude, bro. Dude, yeah, put your hat on for us. Bam! He died with his hat on the right way. So I'm learning towards the skills that accounting can teach me. I keep a lot of spreadsheets on my small eBay side business and actually enjoy crunching around numbers, so I don't believe my parents when they say it'll be too boring for me. However, when I am what you guys in the U.S. call a sexist, since one of my main criteria for my future career is that it must be completely male-dominated. That may not be a thing. That may not be a thing. May not have that option. My calling was to be a ballroom dance instructor. That was not male-dominated. And it got me laid a lot. It was great. You should don't poo-poo the women, okay? And you are laughably telling the real world what you want. That's cute, Mr. 18-year-old boy who has no skills and can suck our fucking dick as far as we're concerned. You don't tell the real world what you want. You ask, what does the real world want for me? And you go and do it. So if you got to work with women, fine, okay? You may not, look, most women I've worked with have been great. Don't let the 5 or 10% of them are in your generation, 50% of them scare you away. Half of them won't claim you're a rapist. That's pretty bad. Don't get picky here, kid. You're going to do what the world tells you to do, all right? If there's one thing I learned in high school is that I cannot tolerate female drama and general bullshit when it comes to work. Right, but if you go into engineering, that's going to be whittled away. I mean, a girl that gets through a chemical engineering degree is not going to have the tolerance and patience for standard female bullshit. You go work in the accounting department, you're going to run into that. If it's not sex or dating, I want nothing to do with American women. My dad is worried that there will be too many overweight women in accounting. Well, there's just too many overweight women, period, right? Not in Denver, though. They're all working out there. I mean, a degree does not determine whether a girl's going to be overweight. You should be worrying about whether you're going to find a hot chick or not when it comes to your education. You should be worried about your education. I'm just telling you, when you go to Denver, obesity is not a problem there. Utah, same thing. It's just women have their whole other issues with the Mormon community over there. Considering this, is accounting worth it for an aspiring entrepreneur? On the topic of the other two majors, I'm leaning towards construction management. I'm always the one coordinating people at my school, so construction management seems like it would make more sense than go into pure engineering. Stop right here. Stop right here. That's not what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I don't have to do math. I'll just go into construction management because it's easy. Nope. No one. Oh, you told some kids in high school what to do. That's cute. Now go fucking file in facts. That's what you're going to do with your construction management degree. Anything with the word management, don't know if you read the book Worthless, anything with the word management in its title as a degree is worthless because no 22-year-old is going to be put in charge to manage jack fuck all shit. Right? You learn a real skill or trade like accounting or engineering, and then when you are older and you have years of experience, then you will become a manager. They will not hire you at 22 to manage things. Terribly sorry. I can handle math and I like CAD, but I hate school. I'll be at high school with a passion in civil engineering just sounds too technical. Can you weigh the pros and cons of these three majors for someone in my position? All right. I asked you about geology. Geology seems interesting as it would interest me. Combining the outdoors with some elements of construction, I will research it. Would you advise getting a master's or is a bachelor's enough to break into the field? I would hold off on a master's degree. You ideally are going to go get a bachelor's degree that will find you employment right off the bat. So you have three options: construction management, civil engineering, and accounting. You are not doing construction management, that's a worthless degree. All right? And you better learn now and knock it off with this lazy bullshit. Trying to find a shortcut through life. And you either do it the hard way or you're going to do it the really, really hard way. There is no easy way. So your two options are accounting and civil engineering. Problem with accounting is there's no reason to bother going into accounting unless you're committed to getting your CPA. Now that's going to be 6 years. And I got news for you, you will not be outside. You will not be outdoors. Go talk to Chad Elkins. Tune into the Elkins Hour on the Older Brother podcast and listen to the exciting world of Chad Elkins where he sits in his office all the time. and begs and pleads that there would be a break in busy season, that he could leave Chicago. That kid hasn't left Chicago in 5 years. I don't think he even knows that outside of Cook County there's another world. So I don't think accounting is for you, which is why I brought up geology, which is somewhat closely related to civil engineering. Your only two legitimate degrees that you've listed, but are not relegated to, you can choose something else, are civil engineering and geology. Both will get you outside a little bit more if you want to go work in the field, especially geology, especially if you want to get into the oil and gas industry, which goes like this, but times are good, you save your money, times are bad, you skill up and train. So I'm thinking that those two would be good. Also, the reason I brought up geology is because Denver has the Colorado School of Mines, which is a very reputable school, and graduates make very good money there. And it's in Golden, Colorado, and I know this, but Golden is better than Boulder. Boulder's where the communists are. Golden, there might be a conservative or two. And what's great about Golden is you're on the west side of Denver, so the mountains are right there. You're in the foothill of the mountain. If you were in Aurora, then you got to drive all the way across Denver, the traffic of which is getting worse and worse because they spend more money on heroin addicts and pot and dope and losers and parasites and welfare bums than they do roads for productive people to get to where they need to go. Your mountains are right there. They're right there. You take Highway 70, boom, off to Empire, off to Black Hawk, off to wherever you want to hike. You don't even have to. There's mountains there's trails within the foothills of Golden. There's a bunch of brew pub courses there. You could do the brewer tour, although that would be a one-day event. Wouldn't really be a reason to live there. That is a place to maybe go and check out, or at least research on the internet. And then you could go into mining, geology, petroleum, whatever. And I think that'd be something to consider. I think hang gliding. You got hang gliding in Golden. It's Golden. But otherwise, civil engineering. That school, Colorado School of Mines, might have a program there for civil engineering or something related to it. But that's the realm I would be looking at, is some kind of engineering or STEM trade that will get you to work outdoors and with the elements. All right, now keep in mind, most of your work is going to be done in front of a computer, and it's going to be hard. But you will make a lot more money, be more reliably employed, and have more fun going to a school like that, in a field like that, or in Utah, I'm not discounting Utah, than you would, certainly Illinois, Texas. Certainly some fine programs, but I mean, Texas is just, it's open prairies and a little bit of mountains way far out west, and you got to haul 12 hours to get there, and you're kind of relegated to the town you are in Texas unless you want to drive 6 hours the other way to the next town. Colorado's got a ton of stuff to do. Utah's got a ton of stuff to do. Nevada, that's another thing you might want to consider, has got a ton of stuff to do. Even South Dakota, they have a school of mines. But the Black Hills are not as big or as exciting as the Rocky Mountains. And then, dude, you're not doing entrepreneurship until you figure out a skill or a trade. And accounting, nothing wrong with learning accounting. I would minor in accounting because that is going to help. You seem to have a penchant for it anyway. And it will help down the road as an entrepreneur should you go and come up with a good idea to make money with. But if you come up with a really good idea, you're not going to be doing the accounting. You're going to outsource that to a CPA, like my good friend Chad Elkins at elkinscpa.com. Or you'll hire a staff accountant, or they got software for it. So I think it's important maybe you understand what the accounting cycle is. I think it's important that you understand how to read a financial statement, be it a balance sheet, income statement, or cash flow statement. Statement of equity is pointless. No, it's not it. Shut up. That's what I would do. But you're not majoring in accounting. You sure as fuck aren't majoring in construction management. I would be doing engineering in one of those western states. So not only do you have a good school to go to, you're going to have a shit ton of hell of a good time being outdoors, man. The happiness you're going to have. Here's the great thing. You can even live in a communist city like Denver because you're not going to be making that much money. You know, so go have fun while you're young and poor. Have the rich liberal dopes pay their extra taxes so you can enjoy a really cool town like Denver. Then when you make money, like, see ya, bye, I'm going to work in Nevada where there's a ton of mining, and you're not going to pay state income taxes. I'll have a place in Denver, don't worry about it. I won't be paying your taxes, thank you very much. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers that will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and decades of your time over at assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you all later. Toodles.